Have you ever struggled to keep your projects on track without expensive software? Answer would be yes for most of you who are in project management domain. Today, I'll show you how Excel can be your secret weapon for project management. Hello, I'm Pratap Narula, an investment consultant and educator. We are beginning with new series of episodes where we will cover the usage of Excel in project management. You might be thinking that project management already have specialized tools, then why we need Excel? While specialized software like Monday.com or Asana is better for complex, large-scale automation, but Excel is more useful for projects that require complete customization. Specialized tools force teams into specific structures like Kanban boards or preset Gantt charts. In Excel, a project manager can build a bespoke system from scratch, combining task lists, custom budget calculators exactly as needed. Superior financial modeling. Most project management tools are weak on detailed financial tracking beyond simple budget fields. Excel remains the king for complex costing, actual versus forecast variance analysis, and building custom earned value management calculators. Accessibility and zero learning curve. Specialized tools often require significant onboarding and subscription costs. Since nearly all professionals are familiar with Excel, teams can begin tracking a new project immediately without specialized training or user license fees. Ad hoc analysis and reporting. Excel's pivotables and advanced formulas allow for rapid, custom data manipulation that specialized tools cannot easily replicate. A manager can instantly regroup data by resource, priority, or phase without waiting for software updates or IT support. Prototyping new processes. Before committing to a specific specialized platform, managers use Excel to prototype workflows and determine exactly what features their team needs, saving them from tool overkill on simple projects. Offline availability. Specialized tools are almost exclusively cloud-based and require an active internet connection. Excel provides a reliable, offline-capable environment for remote teams or sensitive environments where constant connectivity is not guaranteed. So, we will work to boost our technical skills and become better at creating and maintaining some of the key project management documents. These tools are critical for any project manager to keep a good grip on all important project events. So, in this and coming episodes of Project Management, we will learn how to create the most important project management documents in Excel. Work trackers, logs from project diary to RAID, risk log, project scheduling, Gantt chart, and budget. The first two documents are mostly used during the monitoring and control phase. Work trackers enable the project manager to follow the progress of the project team against the established targets, while the RAID log helps manage and track all events that are somehow important for the project progress and success. The last three are created during the planning phase and are maintained and used until the end of the project. So, there is nothing to worry about from a technical perspective as no heavy formulas are needed. We will focus on the contents of the tables, learning what the important factors from the project manager perspective are, and in parallel see some of the Excel functionalities that are often used, such as conditional formatting, data validation, and some basic formatting. Note that these episodes will be very useful even if you're using Google Sheets, as both programs have the functionalities we will be looking at and a very similar structure. Let's start with the first document. Our project manager is having first project status meeting. She presents the Gantt chart where the team can see the first two activities have been completed, and the third one is ongoing as we are in week 6 currently. She reports that the team is now working on third activity. But she gets a questions like, what is the progress of this activity or how much of it is completed? Are we on track? What would she say? She looks lost. A project manager must know how to answer all these questions. In fact, the first person who needs to ask these questions to the project manager is the project manager themselves. In this Q&A, a table must be created which can easily answer these questions. That is called a work tracker. Its purpose is to track the actual progress of the work against the plan. Note that tracking happens on a detailed task level. The project plan document will not give you this information. It's the work tracker which will give you the information of how well the overall activity is progressing. Let's have a look at the first case, a high-level tracker. This can be used when you need to follow the progress of an activity which is performed for a few categories, regions, countries, business lines, etc. For example, your project is about implementing a new software for accounting processes. Your company has presence in Germany, France, Singapore, and Japan, and the new system will be used by all accounting departments. Your next activity in the plan is to collect the names of all employees who will need to use the software. As the organization includes thousands of people, you have requested the finance and accounting managers of each country to provide the list of names for their local departments. Let's create the Excel table now. First step before typing anything is to make the whole sheet to white. This will give your file a cleaner look. We will leave the first row and column empty. This gives some space to the table and is a commonly adopted practice. Create a table manually going column by column. Your first one should be the category, in our case country. Note we will be doing basic formatting. I will select the cell and text colors now, and we'll do some final touches once the whole table is ready. I will go for a blue color. Inside this column we will have the 4 countries listed. The next column can be the name of the responsible person to complete the action. In our case here we have the names of the 4 F&A managers. Then status, the one thing you will always have in a tracker. The most important column is the status field. You need to have limited options. Typically these will be not started, ongoing, and completed. It is equally important to also set color coding. The most practical way is to set this as a drop-down menu. Select the cells under the status header, select data from the main tab, and then data validation. A pop-up screen appears. Here in the Settings tab, there is a drop-down menu under the Allow menu. Select List. Below you can see a new field has appeared, Source. You can type the values that you want your list to have separated by a comma. Note the list separator symbol may be different depending on your Windows settings, is used for certain regions in case these do not work. For you, check your list separator symbol in your control panel under Region. Click OK. These cells are now drop-down menus from which you can only select between the 3 options, Not Started, Ongoing and Completed. Next, we need to color code the 3 options whenever we select any. For example, it shows a positive color like blue or green. Select the drop-down menu cells. From the Home tab, select Conditional Formatting. From the options, select New Rule. Pop-up window appears. Select from the list you see Format only cells that contain. The format of the window changes. And at its bottom you can now program your rule. Leave the first drop-down as cell value, change the second one to equal to. This means the new rule will be applied only if the value matches what you write here. In the final box to the right, write down your first status option Not Started. Now you can select the color. Below there is a button Format. Click on it. I will select a color to fill the cell. I will go to the Fill tab. The menu with the colors appears and you can select the one for Not Started. Click OK. Let's see if it works. Wow! We have successfully color-coded this option. We need to continue with the rest in the exact same way. I would choose green for ongoing and blue for completed. Our status column is now ready finally. It is often convenient to add a free text column in such documents for comments. Here we'll leave room for any ad hoc explanations that are important for the work. For example, Frank needs to prepare the list not only for his internal employees, but also for the employees of a vendor company which provides services to his organization. They also need accesses to systems so that they provide the service. So, we can add these as a comment for better clarity. Hope you are following the lesson. Okay, moving on. We are ready with the table contents and we can do some more formatting. I am just fast forwarding the formatting. You can view. Changing the font style, color, size. Checking the alignment. Alright, this may be a simple table, yet it is quite effective. In your next project meeting, when you present it and all team members can see that you are well in control of the status. Max, Frank, George and Akira now know very well that their work is important for the project and the progress will be monitored. Stay tuned for our next lesson on Excel documents. In next episode, we will learn to build a track that manages project tasks, or we can call it working tracker. Do like and subscribe to my channel to keep you notified of new videos. You can also support us by scanning the QR code. See you in next episode.